Hello. Oh, is that on? Is this thing on? Oh, it is. Sorry. I gotta get back to the editor thing now. Nope, not that one. There I am. Hi, everybody. Oh, top chat. Live chat. Oh, hey. I can see myself. Okay, good. Hi, Jocelyn. Have fun at work. I hope it goes well. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. And hi, Copper Horse. Thanks for coming by. I'm super excited to have you in chat tonight. And Di, thanks for stopping by. Even though it's been a rough day or so for you. And I appreciate though that you stopped by to say hi. And hi, husband.
Hello.
Okay. So, first thing is first. Well, duh. I'm gonna run away really quick and then I'll be back. Okay. I was charging my phone, and just in case something happens during this, I would like it. Oh, Christina will be in chat after we start doing stuff, like after I send you guys the link and all that. But she may watch on her phone before that. So Christina, hello sister. So I did not get permission to show this directly onto my YouTube channel, which is fine. The live stream that we're going to be talking about is not my work. And so, I mean, the video itself is definitely not my work. But, yeah, I don't know exactly how much is going to be in this video tonight. So I definitely don't want to talk about anything beforehand. And also, I promised several people I wouldn't talk about any of this, and so I don't know whatever the extent of what is talked about tonight in the video will be. I'll know what I can talk about, and then and so I will send you guys somewhere for a 10 o'clock newscast. And oh, hi Sam. Prayers to Sam and Becca because they're going through kind of a hard time right now, and I have been praying for them. And also prayers to the Madison situation, the tragic shooting, and everybody that has been impacted by that. So also prayers to that. Can you guys hear me okay? I mumble, and I apologize, but you guys know that. Okay, so I will send you guys to a link. So you're all set to go at 10. I don't know where in this newscast I don't know where in the newscast this story will pop up. But yeah, so I'd like to hold off on talking about anything to do with this until after that. And like you guys in the chat, I totally trust you guys to don't even speculate about what it's gonna be about, because I just don't want anything coming back at me anytime. So I really envision myself being way more professional about this, but I just really don't know what to say right now, so that's why I'll give you guys the link, and well, as soon as you guys see the link, you're gonna kind of know what we're waiting to see in the newscast. So if you guys want to go,
Want to post it in the chat?
yeah, if you and Mr. Secrets will post it in chat. Is it my drone Air Force? Is it the fact that the drones are probably just our drones that are just testing out their technology to not be able to, I can't think of the word right now, covert, the technology so they can't be seen by radars and thermals and other things. I think it's our technology, and they're just testing it out in urban settings. That's kind of what I've come to believe. So yes, that is my drone Air Force. And no, we're not talking about that tonight. You hear me great? Excellent. I am looking over my microphone again just because of how the tables are. I don't have my office right now because I just didn't want, like, I moved downstairs for, like, the ghost stuff that we did, and then by the time I was going to move back upstairs, we're already going to have, my ceiling's got a big crack in it in my office, so we got somebody coming in, and I just didn't want to move everything back in, and if I have to move everything back out for when they come and do my ceiling, so. Oh, M. Cunningham! Hi, it's so great to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. I haven't seen a lot of people in so long. I'm sorry I haven't been on. It's great to see you, and Merry Christmas to you. So, yeah, if you guys want to go to this, the news broadcast, I'm gonna probably have it on the screen that you guys can't see, and just have it on mute. I don't know how to mute things on like the actual computer, like from you guys, and have me be able to listen to it. So we'll watch this on Zach's computer when it actually comes on. And so the plan is we'll talk. I have another video that Christina found that is only a few minutes. We can watch that while we wait for the story that we want to watch to come up in the news. We can also talk about the news if you guys are watching that at the same time. But the plan really is, I guess, hang out as soon as we see that the story's coming on. I'm going to mute things here and watch it on Zach's computer. And then when it's all done, we'll come back and we'll discuss it. Does that make sense? So, because they said that I couldn't stream it on here. And, I mean, that makes sense. That's fine. So yeah, but I may just keep an eye on it on the computer you guys can't see. Zach's probably gonna keep an eye on it for me. Okay, yeah. So Zach will keep an eye on it, and then when the story comes up, yeah, I'll just watch it on Zach's computer. I'll mute my stuff, and you guys can watch it on your end. And then when the story is done, we can come back and discuss. So it is exciting, and I'll explain. I'll definitely explain why. I mean, this is big deal stuff anyway, but this is very exciting for some reasons that probably can be overlooked. Especially, I guess, if you haven't had even the kind of background that Christina and I have had in it. Yeah, you might not be able to understand even a little bit more of how it's impactful. But I don't know exactly what's going to be said. So, and when I make a promise no matter how much how I am so awkward when I gotta keep a secret, you guys. I am. Oh my gosh, I thought I heard a mouse. There better not be. Okay. So, it's just about that time. Was everybody able to get to this location? I have it muted? No, I have it muted. So, I even took a whole bunch of stuff off my computer. Zach got me a new computer though. So, but I don't have it set up yet. I even took a bunch of stuff off the computer. So I knew that I'd be able to run everything at once. I got my laptop that's like years old still right now. I'm watching a Paramount Plus advertisement for Star Trek Section 31. You're watching on the tablet and me on the phone. Thanks, Di. Yeah, I'm really sorry that like you gotta kind of juggle how to figure out how you what works best for you guys tonight for this. I don't think you guys should be able to hear the news right now because I've got it on the one monitor. But yeah, so I've got it running fine. I didn't have to download anything. I didn't have to subscribe to anything. That was really nice. I got the link and that's it. So that was nice. So we'll see. I don't. Oh, do they have closed caption? I bet they do. Why would they not? Weather first. What? It's nice. Way nicer than where I live. Way to go, guys. Thanks. I can't find closed captioning on here. Oh, it's on. It's off. It was off, but said it was on. Uh-oh. Zach got a text message. Is somebody needing me to know something? Was that for me? Oh, I thought you got a text message.
No.
Okay. Good. I thought Christina was watching and she was like, no, something's wrong. And then I would have been like, talking with Copper Horse earlier, because she's great. And she was like, you know, what are plans? Basically, paraphrase, what are plans? They are meant to be changed. Yeah, so I got it on, I got closed caption on. I also heard, that, there was a Dallas police officer who was hit, on a roadway, and, so he's in the hospital. That is also on, well, I'll show you another video, maybe we can watch it during the commercials, but kind of interesting just to watch, news from another state, too. Wait, somebody is from Texas, and I'm trying to remember who. Oh, is that Mitzi Scott? Who's from Texas? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not news from too far away from her then. I can't talk and read at the same time like that, and these closed captions are going by very quickly. So I'm just gonna use this to make sure that I don't miss when the story will be coming on. Oh yes, that's right, it's Gail. Thank you. Oh Gail, where are you? But another officer laid to rest. It's so scary. Like, to think of officers and like, you know, when you walk, when I did private security, I had to walk up to a car once, but like I was on the phone with our dispatch people, and we knew that was just gonna be a sleeping student from the university nearby. Like that's all. Like we knew that's what it was, but like you never know. But I had to tell them to get out of there. And how did that go? Oh, I think I started walking up to it, and I said, "Nah, never mind." And we got the patrol guy to come and do it. That's how it went. That's right. That's how it went. Yeah, never mind. We're not gonna do this because like it's like you don't know the people in cars. You don't know the people in houses that you're going to and all that. Like that's right. I didn't even end up going up to the car, but we were right. It was a student just sleeping between classes. Oh, there's Wisconsin. Like, whenever they say a motive, it's like, I mean, the reason to the person that they did it, but, like, there's really no reason to do anything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the word motive, I guess. It's just crazy, like, school isn't that long. I didn't see Becca for 2 years. I just saw her the other day, and I didn't even realize it was 2 years. 2 years went by so fast. It's like, you're gonna be out of school soon. Just, like, you know, you don't gotta do that.
Oh,
Huh? Oh. Are they already doing it?
it's coming on yet.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna mute.
A shocking move by the girl's mother. Tonight, our I-Team taking you inside the story from the people who were there.
She got killed in that house. Sure, God made little green apples. Now this place is my nightmare right here.
This thing has laid dormant for a long time. It should never have laid dormant, never.
She does not want to believe that her baby's dead. Any mother wouldn't.
I very definitely want her found so I can get this off my conscience.
We know everything that happened here was a lie. Right after Amber was born, we got married. Beautiful little girl with blue eyes, long blonde hair.
She liked to smile.
She was a jokester.
On my finger.
She liked to smile. She'd hang out with me on my finger all the time. She liked holding on to my finger. She was a baby. Amber spent more time with me than she did anybody until the divorce.
A police helicopter searched the area of Pleasant Grove in rural.
A police helicopter searched the area of Pleasant Grove in rural southeast Dallas for nearly an hour today, looking for Amber Nicole Crum. Other police officers dusted the pickup truck owned by Britt Monroe today, looking for clues. Monroe had driven to this nearby store, leaving Amber in the front seat. By all accounts, Amber was alone in the pickup truck less than 2 minutes in the parking lot outside this store.
It's something that you don't know until you have to experience. You have, you know, the responsibility for a little girl, and it was a dumb thing to do to leave her in that truck.
I got met by the FBI at my grandparents' front yard, and they're like, "Where's Amber?" And I'm like, "Dallas, Texas." And they said, "No, she's not." And I said, "Yes, she is." As soon as they told me that she was missing, I knew it was that he'd done something to my kid. Him or her had done something to my kid. There's no way that somebody would have kidnapped that child out of that truck on that morning.
She said she had checked on her daughter who was supposedly asleep late Christmas night.
She said she had checked on her daughter who was supposedly asleep late Christmas night. She said her daughter was still, but with her eyes open. Miss Hughes thought nothing wrong. When she awoke the next morning, Monroe and Amber were gone, and Amber's blanket, pillowcase, and nightgown had been washed. The first time Monroe had done any laundry in the 5 months he had been living with Amber and her mother.
Trey picked me up at the airport and I went straight to their house. 1120 Dowdy Ferry Road. Police everywhere. And Bill Deere would beat me there.
My name is William C. Deere. I'm a private investigator. Sometimes people call me on the phone because the children have been kidnapped or something. I think it was the aunt, Miss Hughes, called me. I had Monroe drive me up. He said that morning, and it was a cold, cold December morning, he said I went up to get some Cokes. I said, would you mind driving me up to where you told me, this little convenience store, not a half mile or a mile from the house. Let me film you coming toward me, you know, parking the way you did, and going in the store, and then coming out, and what you did. Okay, sure, I'll do it. I had told him park where you parked originally, so he pulled in and parked. Then I asked him to tell me, you know, where was the little child seated, and he said, well, I left her in the car, and I left it running because it was cold. This is the grocery store. As you can see, that's of the little convenience store.
We know nothing happened here other than he lied.
And you see over here where the pickup, there's a pickup right here. That's where he said he pulled the pickup next to the trash bag.
He lied about where he parked the truck. He lied about what he said inside.
And this was taken just a few days after I became involved.
So when you're nervous, you tend to get yourself...
The customer who entered the store while Monroe was inside says he saw no child in the truck. Charlie Morgan testified he was 25 feet from Monroe's pickup and that he could have seen Amber if she'd been sitting inside. In other testimony, Stephanie Hughes' sister, Lynn, said Monroe has been known to abuse Amber.
I know that the baby had bruises before and that Britt had done it. I didn't see him do it, but that's what I was told.
Who told you that?
Stephanie.
So Monroe maintained the girl had been kidnapped, but prosecutors felt confident that they could get a murder conviction.
And then all of a sudden, a shocking twist in court causes the case to fall apart in just minutes. You'll see that unfold next.
Oh, yeah.
I love crowds,
I think
if you can believe it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm coming him. I forgot you came in late.
But wherever I go, it's always, where's Waldo?
Waldo. If you want to
Never
click on
who's Waldo?
that link, or
sometimes it takes someone who really knows you.
The link that's on my screen
to make you feel
your
seen.
search bar.
Gifts
That'll
that say I
pop you
get
up to
you.
the
Etsy
CBS
has
News.
Your cybersecurity audit is on the horizon. But between all the spreadsheets and systems and employees to follow up with, are you even getting anywhere? You're lost at GRC. Vanta helps you chart a course to continuous compliance by monitoring all the systems your business relies on to ensure compliance with SOC 2, ISO 27001, and even frameworks you've defined yourself. So audit prep becomes a breeze. Automate compliance and prove trust. Get started at Vanta.com.
Do you see yourself enjoying a comfortable retirement like these folks? As I remind our clients, you get what you plan for. You may have a retirement plan in place, but are you sure it's the right one for you? Creating a plan with Fisher Investments gives you the confidence your money can last through retirement. We'll shape your plan to meet your unique goals, needs, and lifestyles so you can enjoy the retirement you dream of.
Take it from legendary money manager Ken Fisher. You don't have it coming to you unless you plan with this. 3 indispensable guides to help you achieve the comfortable retirement you deserve. Call 1-800-809-5198 for the 3 guides that show how much you'll need to retire, ways to create income, and help answer your retirement questions. Call for your free guides. 1-800-809-5198.
On the day after
Fisher has
Christmas,
answered,
that's
and our fees are structured so we do better when you do better. If your portfolio is $500,000 or more, call us today.
Call 1-800-809-5198.
Oh, can you? Yeah, this is live, but can you actually go back? I'm not sure either.
Back to our cold case now. When a Dallas girl disappeared, the mother's boyfriend became the primary suspect, and police believe that he had killed the toddler and ended up making up a kidnapping story.
But everything changed when the mother changed her story.
The state's case against Monroe appears to have weakened. Before the hearing, police investigators had said much of the evidence against Monroe had come from Amber's mother, Stephanie Hughes. But on the witness stand today, Hughes contradicted a statement she made to police last week. Hughes told officers she believed her daughter died the night before Monroe says Amber disappeared. But in court today...
Oh, I don't have that muted. It unmuted itself. I had that muted. Thank you. Okay.
Metcalf granted Monroe's writ and set him free. So James Britt Monroe is a free man, pending any possible action by the Dallas County Grand Jury. But D.A. Henry Wade says he doubts the grand jury will indict unless and until the body of Amber Crum is found.
After she recanted that statement before the grand jury, that was it. They dismissed it. So, we had enough for a circumstantial case. Still do. I have others that have broke my heart, but not like this one. This one stands out.
Now this place is my nightmare right here. She was not kidnapped in no way, no how, no fashion. She was murdered the night before, hid during the night, and made up a book story the following morning. Pretty little girl. Didn't deserve what she got. Period. The emotions, one day, you'll be this level, just sitting around the house. All at once you look up in the corner, and you'll go from being just a nice day to, excuse my, that, you know, that's the way it goes. And then you talk to her. My friends say you still talk to her. I'm like, every day. I tell her morning every day. See you later every night. So yeah, I've talked to her for 40 years. She just ain't grown old in her half. One way or another, I've hunted for Amber. I've bribed people. I've had people in offices that weren't supposed to be telling me. But that's what you got to do. You just got to keep hunting and hunting and hunting. If you apply pressure long enough, something's going to break. It's what I do. It's my spare time. Find out what happened to my kid. And now I'm getting ready to retire, and that's going to make a lot of spare time. So I'm not going to quit. And they need to know that. They need to know that I will be there knocking on your door every year until I can't knock no more. For 40 years, I've beat, pounded, scratched, clawed, cussed, yelled, screamed, and couldn't get nobody to look at it. Hello?
Hi, Mr. Crum. This is Sergeant Alvarado.
Yeah, well, I'm just about there. I'm like 2 minutes out.
Okay, we just wanted to double check.
I just don't understand why no one has ever been held accountable for this. I want peace for me. I want peace for Amber. And I want justice for them. Today I got to meet with the police department, and they usually just tell me, Larry, there's nothing we can do. But they already mean there's nothing we can do. Something happened to that little girl. So aliens did just come down and snatch her up, and something happened to that little girl, and she didn't get kidnapped.
It is hard to wrap your mind around 4 decades of not knowing. IT producer Kelsey Mittauer put all of this together. So it begs the question, he walks through the door. Where does the case stand today? What's going on?
I mean, it's cold, but it's open. DPD won't say much because it's still ongoing. There hasn't been an arrest, obviously. Larry maintains contact with DPD. Stephanie told me that the last time she spoke with DPD was 11 or 12 years ago. And then I'm not sure about Britt Monroe. I was unable to reach him except through his attorney.
Right. We had the statement from the mom, obviously. We hear from the father throughout the piece. But overall, what are the parents telling you now so far down the road?
Yeah, it's hard for Stephanie to talk about still. I had a phone conversation. I've had a couple of conversations with her about, she did not want to take part in this, but
But she talked willingly on the phone with you.
She did, and opened up more and more as we talked. I even asked her about, you know, saying one thing and then saying another, and she really did believe at the time. I mean, she was 19.
Yeah.
You know, she believed both things at the time that she said them, and I think she feels a lot of weight and a lot of guilt for kind of how things played out.
Peeling back the layers on a 41-year-old case. Kelsey, thank you. Big thanks to the I-Team. If you have any information about this case, you can call Dallas Police. Phone number is easy, 214-671-4212.
Let's get to your first alert weather. We have a first alert weather day for you.
Okay, so I hope I can't find my mouse right now. Okay. I hope that worked out well, considering I understand that they can't, like, it's their video, so they didn't want me to live stream it. That's fine. So I hope nobody came in and was like, what's going on? She's just sitting there. And Annie's too, yeah, I'm sorry if this was a little confusing. And it was a really good overview. And then I'll also share with you, I probably won't actually show this because since it's from like the same people, but if you look up, let me move myself a little bit here. There we go. The CBS Texas, they have a YouTube channel, and they'll probably have this up there, and then so if you wanted to watch it again, I'm sure it'll be up there. And then if you go to their videos, down 15 hours ago now, they got the intro they did. That happened. Christina just found that for me, and they put it up 15 hours ago for just the intro about what would be going on tonight. And so you remember the first time you connected with most of us was on Searches for Amber. Yeah, Amber brought a lot of people together because yeah, as a 2-year-old that's missing is scary in itself, and a 2-year-old that's been missing for 41 years is unacceptable. So we all want justice for Amber and Larry, and yeah, so you just like the fact that they don't want to share because it's out on, like, I guess because it's out on the internet, it can be viewed if you want to look at it. Like, I wanted to make sure it'd be okay with them, so I wouldn't, so like then I could have that if YouTube had an issue with with it, and they said no, so then there was going to be no, so the whole copyright thing, and like I mean, we figured out kind of a way how to do it. We had kind of a plan, right, Copper Horse? I hope that worked okay. For the future, before we start talking more about Amber, was this a decent way to do it? I might put a message on the screen that's more clear next time, so then everybody in chat doesn't have to help out so much. But I think this was okay for the first time trying to share something that we couldn't actually share in the live stream. We all work together as a good group, and with that said, working together to share Amber's story as a group, like, you know, we like M. Cunningham said, like, we all grew connected and closer during the searching for Amber, like through my channel and Chris's channel. I told Chris about this live stream, but then I also forgot to remind Chris about this live stream. So if Christina's watching and she wants to remind Chris that this live stream is going on, he could pop on by. And then there's Steve too. So through these channels, we really are building a community to support Amber and Larry and find justice for Amber, and it helps bring awareness when we all talk about it to other people. And so, yeah, it stinks though that they made it a little bit harder for me to share it with you guys. And if anybody popped in and was like, "Oh, what's this about?" and then they just saw me sitting there with the thing muted, I was a little worried everybody would be like, "Okay, never mind," and they wouldn't want to watch. They wouldn't want to like look into this documentary because they wouldn't know what was going on. So I was a little worried about that. Sharing increases awareness, definitely. And who knows, when you share it with somebody who could share it with somebody, like, you could end up being the first person that shared it in a long chain that eventually somebody saw it and decided to say something. And, you know, and it was all because you were the one that shared it with a friend, who shared it with a friend, who shared it with a friend. And then that friend was like, I gotta say something. So you never know, like, that's why, like, I think that all of you that view this and that share this, that talk about this, are all very important, because you're not only good people that have a good heart, but also you could be the person that gets somebody to say something, and you don't even know that. Christina, wait, let me. Copyright serves no purpose. We can see who made it. Yeah. I agree. CBS. So what happened was Christina reached out to different news organizations. How long ago was that? Christina's in here now. She can tell me. And the only one that got back to Christina was CBS and Kelsey from CBS. And so they've supported Amber and Larry by doing this documentary, and, you know, they went out and they talked to like Stephanie and Britt Monroe's attorney, I guess. And so that was awesome that CBS did this, because no other channel did. And so if they want to make me sharing the documentary a little bit harder, I guess that's fine. It makes it harder to share Amber's story a little bit, but we'll figure out another way to do a video or a live stream that we can share this again when it's up. I might make a short to help send people to the documentary if it goes up, if the full one goes up on their site. So I will try to share this. It did make it harder tonight. It's a cold case, for goodness sakes. Oh, first I'm going to read Christina's. I love that transition from Amber's story to Christmas Village. Chef's kiss. I could only laugh. It is Larry. Pardon me. Hello. I did, and I'm doing my live stream right now. I just muted it really quick. Did you want to say anything to everybody? I can put you. It's just a couple of us. It's Christina and Copper Horse and like Di. It's like the close people. If you wanted to say anything, but you don't have to. We can just talk in the morning. Okay, I will. All right. Do what? Oh, yeah. She sent. Yeah, she sent that. Right? Is that what you want? Okay. Yeah. I think they'll probably put it up on YouTube. They'll probably put up the full one. Okay. All right. Yep. Bye. I'm just gonna call back Larry in the morning. He didn't really know. I asked him if he wanted to say anything, but right now he doesn't really know what to say. So no reason to force Larry to say anything. And in the morning I'll tell everybody that you say hello. I said who was in here. Oh, hi Chris. And yeah, I'll call him in the morning. I'll let him know that everybody says hi and love. And just try to call him back. And then Christina, your job is to find that thing we just watched and send, whether they put it up on YouTube or whatever, and try to get that for Larry and send it to him. Tomorrow, I think you said tomorrow. If you can, whenever it comes up, send it to him. But yeah, so I'm gonna talk to him in the morning, cause, but he didn't really know what to say tonight, and I'm not gonna push him to say anything. But that was nice for him to call and want to talk after this. But yeah, he wasn't sure if I was still gonna do my live after this, cause I invited him to this, but he didn't. I don't know if he watched it. I don't know if he probably. I don't know if he watched this or not from us, but from like our live stream or not. But yeah, I'm mumbling now. Let me get back to. It's a cold case, for goodness sakes. Yeah, it's but I think it speaks volumes when you have a person Stephanie talked several times to the news, to Kelsey, with CBS, and then you had Britt Monroe talk once to an attorney. I think that kind of speaks volumes. Send the emails and yeah. So Christina sent the emails and PDFs out last year in mid-December to like all the news organizations and media that would impact the Dallas area, and the only people that got back are CBS and Kelsey, and so yeah, a big thank you to them. Yeah, I don't think this. I was worried if people came in and then they saw me just staring off camera, they might be put off and not go in to like really see what this video is about, because it is about another live stream. Tell Larry he was fabulous. Oh, I was probably still on the phone because I was like, you can just tell Larry he was fabulous, Christina. What are you talking about? Okay, now we are at Hi Chris, and greetings. Can you share any more on the case in progress? Yes, justice for Amber. I wasn't sure what was going to be in the news broadcast, and so sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking tonight. I'm doing a lot of ums and pauses and everything like that because I was not sure what would be in the news broadcast at all, and so I was kind of trying to see what they wanted out there, what information they wanted out there would be put in the news broadcast. And I realized that there's some very good new information within the information they gave, like the whole Stephanie talked a lot to the news, to Kelsey with CBS, and Britt Monroe only talked through an attorney once. So that was information within other information in the news. But otherwise, I'm going to probably ask what else can be mentioned before. So I know this is another live stream where I'm like, I got so much to talk about, but I can't say it. I wasn't really sure what, but the breaking news though is it's taken 40 years to get Amber on the news like this. There was news stories when she initially went missing, and then everybody forgot about her for 40 years. And the fact that not only is the news involved in this, there's clearly Larry's talking to law enforcement, right? Detective I'm blanking on her name, Christina. He was on the phone with somebody. He was on the phone with one of the detectives, and now I have a million names swirling through my head, and I can't think of it. So Larry was on the phone with a detective, so you know Larry is talking to people. So that's also like information within information that they showed. And so when it comes back now to the it's a cold case, for goodness sakes, from Copperhurst. I mean, I would say, is it? But I'm not going to say anything more than that, from what I know and knowing what they put in the news, because this isn't my investigation. I was here to aid with searching, but it's Larry and Amber's investigation. It's anybody who's investigating, like Larry was talking to somebody with law enforcement on the phone in that one scene, and it's Kelsey from CBS's investigation. So I don't want to really step on anybody's toes and talk about things that are not, you know, I'm here to help when I'm asked, and I find out information. So, I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird place right now. Can you share any more on how the case is progressing? So yeah, so I'm going to probably ask before I share more, because if you can tell, none of what we did was even in this. So that's also some information, because you know that we did stuff that's already out there. That can't be taken off the internet. We went down and we did work, Chris and Steve, Christina and I, and so that was done, but that's not mentioned in this. So there is more. I just can't say. There's always more. You never know what a case really is all about. You love the Christmas tree on the couch? Oh, tinsel. Because my, our Christmas tree is actually like right off screen, but I couldn't get it in the background. So, the Mr. Tree, our Christmas tree, is actually Tinsel's big brother. Because I'm insane. And Jocelyn agreed. Thank you, Jocelyn. I'm doing good. You want to get a live post going, but still haven't gotten your foot in the door. A live post, like a channel? I want to know. What do you mean? What do you, could you explain further, M. Cunningham? Thank you. So glad it's getting more attention. Yes, I am too. Bless you guys for calling under the house. Yeah, and Chris went under for a little bit and then he hurt himself. So it had to be the smaller people to go under. So I thank Chris for giving it a try. And so cute. Aw, thank you. I thought we needed a little bit of happiness. So she also looks like a cactus if you squint. You missed everything in chat after your hellos because Larry called. I'll ask you later, unless there's anything you want to say in chat about Larry calling. I feel like I wasn't really able to communicate things well tonight. Did everybody understand how to do things tonight, and then our discussion so far? Because I feel like I've thrown a lot of ums in tonight, and that is not something I really want to do. But so the big thing that is it's just news. It's news about Amber. Like, nobody, it's our group that talks about her, and it's Larry that's been looking for her for 4 years, and now he's got our community that will help him as far as we can. But otherwise, it's just been Larry for 41 years, like 40 years before he met us. And the fact that now we have CBS did a documentary about her, and they not only did that, but they talked to Stephanie, and they try to talk to Britt. The fact that like they're actually trying to reach out and get interviews with people besides just Larry, who's asking to be interviewed. Like, he wants to talk about Amber. Don't forget Amber. And the fact that there are other people now besides just our community. There are other people that are discussing this. The news people are obviously discussing this, and then there's also people that watch the broadcast. There's probably people that are going to Google this, and it's unfortunate that people are going to Google this and they're going to see the stupid story about her being kidnapped by a stranger. It's stupid. It's a stupid story. But hopefully that news broadcast kind of made it clear that she was never kidnapped by a stranger. Anyway, it's a big deal that now, hopefully with this news broadcast, it's not just that I don't reach a lot of people. I reach you guys in chat, the couple people who are watching in chat, or who are watching that. I reach the people who chat with me and the people who watch but aren't chatting. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of people. And the fact that we got the news, Christina got the news to do something about this. She only got one news channel to do this too, which is just crazy, but there's more people that are going to be talking about Amber tonight. It's not just going to be Larry talking to a mirror about his daughter for 40 years. It's not just this group that Larry finally found that he's got supporting him. It's so 40 years, it was just Larry, and then it was our group who wanted to help. And now, tonight, it's not just our group that's talking about Amber. It's anybody that watched the news. And then it's anybody that watched the news who thought it was a story important enough to share with anybody else who they know. And that's what makes this really big, is I only got 12 viewers right now. That's not that, and that's just everybody that basically probably already knows the Amber story. So the fact that the news shared it is a really big deal. But the mirror would be so intimidated. Oh my god, you're right. The mirror would, if Larry would get some answers out of that mirror if he stared at it and talk to that mirror. That mirror would be like, I'll tell you anything, Larry. But if Amber didn't have Larry, I was thinking like, what would have happened if Amber hadn't had Larry as her dad? If she just had to rely on Stephanie? Like, there would have been a box packed away somewhere in a building in Dallas that would have just collected dust, and somebody would have been like, someday in the future, somebody would have just been like, huh, what's this? Amber who? I guess we solved that one, and like, just thrown away, she would have just totally been forgotten if it wasn't for Larry. But now Larry's got a community behind him. Now he's got CBS sharing the story, so now he's got even more people that are hopefully outraged that this has not been resolved yet. You just told Larry that Amber's segment was fabulous. Is there a link to the morning segment somewhere in here too? I assume the morning segment is the thing you shared, right? Let me try to catch this.
It is a miss.
There we go. I can probably, I closed I have not signed in with chat. I'm afraid to click that while I'm doing the live stream, but somebody could share that in chat for me. No, don't run this. Stop it. What are you doing? Oh, yes, if you could, that'd be great. Zach will share it. I put Larry's contact info everywhere in those PDFs and emails. He really wanted to be contacted by the media. I'm so glad someone finally did. Yeah, and they took a little bit to contact you back, but they did. And Kelsey's been great. I've been doing so many ums tonight. It's been one of those nights. I was just nervous about how this was going to go, and now I just can't get the ums out of my system. I'm sorry. Yep, good coverage while under the house with those wolf spiders. Ugh. It was the cockroaches. Larry spotted all of them, and then he scared them away with light. But told me all about it. He described the scene I was going to be crawling into and with vivid detail. So I totally appreciated that. Yes, great work, Christina. You're persistent. Oh, and now I'm back to that mirror would be so intimidated. Unless Christina just said that twice. I may have gone up. Okay. Because, like, the mirror would be intimidated if Larry talked to it. The mirror would be weeping. You're annoying, too? No, not you, Christina. You're never annoying. But your annoyance is actually very useful. It's a useful tool. With the exclamation point, I thought you called yourself an annoying tool. Better be careful than overcharging, get in trouble for. Oh, that went away. Went away right when I was reading it. That's the morning one. Okay. There's a 30-second clip on CBS Texas on Facebook about Amber's segment tonight. Oh, good. I'm gonna sneeze in a second. Sorry. You need to try sleep listening to my soothing voice. Good night, Di. Rockabye, Di. With all your dogs. When, I don't know, when something happens. Thanks for keeping her case out there. Yeah. Thank you for being somebody that listens to us when we talk about it. But yeah, I can't say anything more without asking first, I guess. And that, I mean, that's not because, like, that's not necessarily, I'm not saying, like, necessarily we have any big news. It's just, you know, they didn't even share that, our stuff that we've already put online. And so, you know, it's not necessarily big secrets that weren't shared tonight, but since they didn't share a lot of stuff tonight, I just want to check on anything first. Like, I don't even know if I should keep, like, I'm not even gonna talk about my part in things with the stuff that's already been online, because I just want to check and make sure. And it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean anything about how far we are along with anything in this case. It's just, you know, I just want to make sure everybody's happy with me. And I don't want to ruin, if there is a plan, like, or if there are future plans, I don't want to mess anything up by sharing anything. And that doesn't mean that we got anything necessarily to share. It's just, I just want to be careful. Future Carolyn doesn't want to get in trouble. I've been doing a lot of things for Future Carolyn lately. Yes, good night, Di. Is your chat? It's on live chat. Everybody already warned me about it at the beginning, Christina, thank you. Why, am I missing stuff? Is this not just, my phone doesn't send messages a lot lately. I think I just gotta clean up my phone. I think I need more space on it. But it's been hiding messages from me, but I don't think it's happening here because this is not my phone. So, if I missed a message though, then I have no idea what's going on the computer. The blank show is about to start here. Let's see if you're still on. Oh, the show's about to start here. Why do you have a... What?
Word.
Oh. You'll see if you're still on when you're done. Uh-oh. Good luck. Oh, you want to do podcasts? You gotta get your computer back up. That'd be awesome. Yeah, let me know. That'd be super cool. Jocelyn's got some stuff going on. And yeah, let me know. Yeah, you're at work. Zach pointed me to that because I was like, there's so many blank shows right now going on around me. It's like, which one is she talking about? When is starting? What blank show is starting right here, right now? Oh my god. So are you heading out, Evan Cunningham? Thanks so much for stopping by. I want you to come back. Come back. But yeah, I guess I can give you guys just a little roundup, a little concluding my thoughts on this. I'm paranoid that this didn't work really well, but I'll get over that. Because I'll keep asking Zach if it went well, how we did this went well tonight. I think it wasn't, it didn't, in the future I might, if we have news streams or any other streams we want to watch together, and I gotta give you guys the link because we can't stream it on my channel, then what I really want to do is be able to talk about it, maybe not necessarily while it was going on, but when during the commercials. But that's kind of hard to go back and forth, but I want to figure out how to be able to listen to things. I think there's a way you can listen to things but not have it come through for you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure out maybe a different setup if this happens again. But, so in conclusion, for anybody that may or may not come in, why did that do that? No. Oh, that's not my... Yes. It's not on now. Most of these cases, like John Bonet and others, aren't kidnapping, so it's sad for any child or adult going through abuse, murder. Yeah. Yeah, because Amber clearly was the victim of abuse before she was murdered too, and so yeah, a lot of cases like that. The story is much different than what law enforcement is told and then what the public is initially told. And as time goes on, hopefully the lies, the stories that were told at the beginning start to fall apart. And maybe it'll take 45, 50 years, but, you know, when you start to keep making more and more lies as people talk about things and reinvestigate and all that, you start to have to talk when everybody has to start talking again after decades. I mean, can you remember all the lies you told everybody before? Because they wrote it all down. Can you remember what you said? So, I just know that's how they get a lot of people like this, and hopefully it's something like that happens. But, so yeah, you're right. These cases a lot of times aren't kidnappings. They're from abuse, and they're from murder by the people that are supposed to be caring for them. I said the M word. Sorry, YouTube. So, Yeah, that's a good point, Emma Cunningham. Like, yeah, a lot of these cases, it's not as they said it was at the beginning. And so hopefully, especially after a couple decades, things will change. And that's why it's great that Kelsey went out and tried to interview these people. Because everybody remember what they said at the beginning? Hopefully it'll start to fall apart for somebody. And I think it's pretty clear from that documentary who would be the one that I'd want to look at for that kind of thing. It would be the guy who probably can't remember what he said because he had to have his attorney talk to the news. I don't know, though. All the stuff I'm saying about this stuff, I have no idea. Because I did the field stuff and all that. So this part of things I don't know at all. I can honestly tell you, I do not know. And I do not have to keep it from you because I don't know. I almost had my office done to keep doing your podcast. I had to wait for my daughter to move out. It's bittersweet to see her grow up and move on to better things. Well, yeah, I'm really excited though that you got your podcast and your videos stuff all going though. And I send well wishes to your daughter on her new journeys. And I'm sure it's bittersweet, but you'll also have an office, and so that's pretty sweet too. But it sounds like you guys have a great relationship anyway. So time for her to go do some adventuring and then talk to you about it. And that'll be fun. Glad you're doing it. Emma Cunningham says to Jocelyn. I'll keep working on getting one up. Yeah, definitely. And let us know. That's so fun. Your texting finger got sliced by an angry candle, so not texting that good. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that just reminded me of, I don't know if I ever showed on that live stream of, I took some of my thumb off with a carrot slicer, but I couldn't find that piece of my thumb, and then I found it on the carrot, so I put the carrot in a bag and I brought it to the emergency room. It was like small enough that like it didn't need to go back on. Like my thumb basically grew back, like this side. But it was really hard to like do my phone without my thumb for a little bit. But you get expedited service at the ER if you bring a piece of your body into the ER with you in a bag. But I kept it on the carrot because I thought that was funny, and it was a nice conversation starter. That's literally why I did it. I knew they wouldn't be able to put it back on. It wasn't enough thumb to put back on. CBS 11 just posted Amber's story on their YouTube channel. Okay, thank you, Christina. She's actually doing a much better job than I am at things. There it is, 4 minutes ago. So, if you can share that with Larry, Christina, that would be great. And also, decades-old mystery, the disappearance of Amber Crumb, has 5 views. It's posted 4 minutes ago. It is on the YouTube channel for CBS Texas. So if you just put CBS Texas in the search bar of YouTube, she should be the first video that pops up for CBS Texas. I almost just said, but if you guys don't use YouTube, I almost just said that. I think you guys all use YouTube. What is wrong with me? Okay. That's like, I just feel so scattered today because of just being worried about how this is going to work out tonight. And still, like, whenever I have to keep things, I always worry that, like, I just worry about it when I don't say everything. And I'm talking to you guys, and it's just a very scattered feeling for live stream. So, I'm just everywhere right now. I know you guys all have YouTube. And so CBS Texas on YouTube's got what we just watched earlier up on it right now. It's okay, you can share it with us later. Thank you, M. Cunningham. You shared it with Larry. Okay, good. You have to go. Oh, Chris, you were still here. I was going to start gossiping about you. Thank goodness I hadn't yet, because you were still here. Well, thank you for also being there for us too, Chris, because you're part of the team as well. So, but you're welcome. You have to go. But much love. Still be listening. Oh, you'll still be listening? Okay. Yes, stay safe. And good night to Chris. And wait, yeah, M. Cunningham is leaving, right? I got confused. Good night to everybody leaving. And hello to everybody staying. Talks like he didn't crawl under the house looking for Amber too. Yeah, he did. Well, his job was going to be, because we were in the way back of everything. And so Chris was going to be like the in-between. He was going to be our voice to the outside world. And then he busted himself. So. But we ended up having a system at one point, kind of, where we yelled to Chris through a hole in the side of the house. So that worked too. Kinda. He did do a ton of work for Amber. You didn't need to crawl under a house, Chris. You did a lot of work for Amber otherwise too. And you're always invited to do more work too. I know you know you're there. You're very brave for doing that. You're way too claustrophobic to do that. Well, it was like I couldn't let Larry go under there by himself looking for his daughter. And I was tinier than others. I'm not going to consider myself small, but I was able to fit in a crawl space. So Chris wasn't going to be able to go back all the way, whether he wanted to or not. But he was initially going to be our halfway point guy for information to the outside world. But yeah, if I remember it correctly, I don't know. I think that's right. But like Copper Horse and I know so well, there's a plan and it's gonna change. It's the whole reason I even know about Amber's story and met Larry. I kind of owe him a lot. Maybe don't mention that to him. I said it out loud. I'm sorry, I read this out loud. And he said he was listening, so I said it. Sorry. I said that. I read the whole thing out loud. That's a good point. Wait, who did I hear back from first? I think I heard back from Chris. So Chris is the whole reason I'm doing any of this at all. Because Yes, because Chris mentioned that they were going out to look search for Amber, and they were going to go out to a yard, and I said I got equipment for that, and I also said get me out of Illinois, and that's how I ended up down in Texas because Chris got back to me and said yeah, we're like gonna be doing that really soon. So I'm pretty sure he checked his watch and everything. He was like, oh man, yeah, that's coming up. Oh, so many ums tonight. It's one of those days. But, oh yes, overview then tonight. I'd shout at you with Chris from outside your work crawl space any day. Yes, Christina also did help. Christina was, if one of them didn't hear us, the other one did. So, if Chris didn't hear us shouting, Christina heard it. And then she was also part of when we thought we had something to share from the crawl space. And we were taking it to the outside world. But you guys know all of that because of the other YouTube videos that Chris did a great job on. I don't know how much I actually explain things on my channel. My channel's a blur. I don't know. I go missing for a while just because I get stressed out. Or things happen. Like, we've had a lot of stuff with our house and other things going on. And it's just, I haven't gotten on here a lot. So, I don't even remember what I put on my channel anymore. But I want, now, I really should do more live, and I am going to do more live, but I got to do more just basic videos, but I am going to do another live because my NDA is up for the show I did, so I can talk about my show, but I didn't want to bring that up tonight, because this is Amber's night, but I can talk about my show now, that I did. I could have talked about it a long time ago, actually. My NDA was up a long time ago. I got confused with the conversation with somebody else from the team. Thought it wasn't up yet. Because, anyway, long story short, I could have talked about the show a long time ago, apparently. I didn't. I'm rambling, so Di can hear my lovely voice as she falls asleep. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna just do a conclusion and then probably head out. Unless there's anything else that you guys want to talk about with this. You need to go to bed because you're old and tired. But Christina loves us. She loves me, her sister. That's so sweet. Dear Diary. Christina said she loved me. Sure, it was just like, it had a general group of people, but within that group of people, it was me. Stay cool. Dear Diary, my sister told me and a group of friends to stay cool. Okay, so in conclusion, the thing that we live streamed, hopefully the system went well, and oh, so many ums tonight, I'm so sorry. Hopefully this went well today, and what we live streamed is now up on CBS Texas, and on their YouTube channel, and that is the first thing right now that pops up. I don't know what would happen if I refresh this. Still the first thing that pops up when you go to CBS Texas. So decades old mystery, that disappearance of Amber Crum. Then about 16 hours ago, they have the intro to it too if you wanted to watch. Also, just so you guys know, Bill Deere, the guy who just happens to be in this thumbnail, the detective that worked on the case initially, the private investigator that worked on this case initially, he has passed away. So condolences to his loved ones. And, yes, so just so you know, the private investigator there is no longer with us. I saw that was information. Sad information, but information to share with you guys. So yes, Bill Deere is, he has also passed. So, yeah. That from 16 hours ago was the intro they did this morning, and then the thing we streamed is up there now on CBS Texas. I hope things went well tonight. It discussed the overview of what has happened with the case, where Stephanie initially said that she was, I can't remember the description exactly, but she was in bed and she had her eyes open and all that, and then she wasn't there, and then she wasn't there anymore, and and then they arrested Britt Monroe initially for this, but then when they went to court, everything fell apart, because the thing that was able to bring them to court was what Stephanie said, and she recanted. So I think that's the word for it. She said, you know, she initially said what she said led to Britt Monroe being arrested, and then she took it back, and that is why the case fell apart initially. And then it's just been Bill Deere, the investigator that's in that kind of shows up in that thumbnail for the first viewing on CBS Texas. He did a lot of investigating for this case, but nothing really happened. Once they let Britt Monroe go, after Stephanie said what I said isn't true, and they let Britt Monroe go, then what else? There wasn't anything else. And he initially said, and he's always said, that she was abducted from the store on the morning after Christmas, from his truck when he went inside. And he's always said that. And after they explained that, and they followed Larry through this documentary, after that, then this really focuses on to the Kelsey from CBS did interviews with Stephanie a few times, and she talked. Britt Monroe only talked once through an attorney, and that's the boyfriend of the mother. And Larry wasn't even in the same state when this all happened. And so he was never considered a suspect or a person of interest or anything for this. And so it basically just tells you the story through, present day, where Larry's talking to investigate, to that. He's at least talking to the law enforcement, because you can see that in the one clip. He's on the phone with them. And it's not a closed case. I don't know. Is that a good summary? Chris says, thank you, Christina and Carolyn, for sticking with Larry and Amber. Good night. Good night, Chris. Yes, thank you for sticking with us, too. It is too late to pretend not to know you. I mean, definitely for me, it's too late to pretend not to know you, Christina. That would be so weird if I, sitting down at the Christmas, table with Mom and just pretending I don't know you. I introduced myself for the first time. Is it really only 11:19? I'm out of things to say. Have I only been on for an hour and a half? I'm already kind of out of things to say. I just don't know what to say. I don't want to say too much. I hope things went well. I hope I don't get any mean comments. Because this was a little difficult to do, trying to do a live stream about a live stream when I couldn't show you guys the live stream. I've already said that. I think I'm going to get going then. I'm doing a Midwestern goodbye. Speaking of Midwestern goodbyes, for anybody still listening, my grandma that I do Midwestern goodbyes with, she got hurt. She fell. She fell in a very grandma kind of way, I feel, because she was coming back from going to the restaurant she goes to all the time in the morning. And she went she walked to the restaurant every morning, and she was walking back, and she's in her 90s. I can't remember, Christina, how old Grandma Stripe is, because she doesn't look in her 90s. And she was walking back, and she started greeting one of her neighbors every day, because they also did walks at the same time. And she went to greet them because she saw him up ahead, and she went to greet him, and she tripped on the sidewalk, and the curb don't line up, and the street don't line up how they're supposed to, and she tripped as she was trying to greet somebody as she was walking back. And that just feels like such a grandma thing. She's such a social lady who's coming back, the fact that she's walking around to the restaurant and she's greeting people, and that's how she felt. That seems very, very, I was not surprised that is how she tripped. But she broke her nose and she cracked her kneecap. And so, speaking of Midwestern goodbyes, the grandma I do those all the time with, she got hurt. But my dad has been staying with her, and my mom's been helping, and she's been doing really good, except today she didn't feel so good. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow will go well for Grandma. She's recovering though. I just wanted anybody that's still around to hear that, my Midwestern goodbye Grandma, that I spent an hour and a half of a 3-hour phone call saying goodbye to. Or if it's only going to be an hour and a half phone call, which is really rare, it's 45 minutes of it. I do at least a 45-minute goodbye with Grandma. So, I don't know. How long are we into this goodbye now? I still got probably 20 minutes. Well, or I might start with when I started saying in conclusion. And so that was 45 minutes ago. Yeah, I need somebody else. Di isn't here to cut me off. Di's sleeping. Oh no, Di's not here to cut me off. She fell asleep. I need somebody to cut me off. Tell me to just say goodnight and close the computer. I have anxiety about ending these things. But, okay, good night everybody. I'll just do it that way. Okay. I hope this made sense tonight, and if you have any, have a great night, and then laugh cry emoji. And if you have any suggestions about how this could go better in the future, for when we have to stream a stream, or when I can't stream a stream, that'd be great. Yeah, nicely put it in the comments. Close it down. Oh, Sam. Oh, I think I saw Becca was on here too when everything was going on. So, hi and good night to you guys. Sam and Becca. Okay, close it down. I will. Good night, everybody.